Big, dumb, and fun.
Big dumb and
So if that was the goal,
victory.
huge success. It actually wasn't Robot on the Rocks.
Well, I could do a review of one of these.
Pick one.
Let's do Megatron.
You want to do this Megatron
Both.
or that?
Both.
We're
doing a Megatron show.
We're doing a versus Megatron to continue the versus theme. To Megatron.
To bananas. So last time he was here, we were watching
The Strain.
The Strain. He had this here, and I was playing with it because I had had a few drinks, and this looked awesome. And it just has all these little details all over it.
And the dry brushing is so good.
He just looks so cool. I like how much it articulates. Now that I've started getting into figures, when I move the leg, this little thing, this skirt thing, out in the front or in the back, it just kind of moves out of the way and it's still attached. It doesn't hinder his leg movement. I'm starting to appreciate it more. Ankle doesn't move at all.
That's not true. This is a big deal in Transformers figures because you got to remember, Transformers figures are articulated more than any other toys put out there because they transform. Mm-hmm. Other than other
because they have to have moving parts.
Exactly. So for a Transformer to have an ankle tilt, that's cool.
Well, it makes sense because then you can move the legs around a lot more.
But then you got to run that against the fact that they got to have all these moving parts to get to another mode, and it's like, okay, he doesn't have an ankle tilt. It turns into a T-Rex.
In the movie, this is his armored mask.
Yeah.
And then you flip this little switch back here, and that's where his mouth is, and he can talk.
Open.
That's just awesome.
This is why I don't understand why people are going for the knockoff Voyagers, which is the size class below this. The knockoff blew up that Voyager and made it a bigger figure, but it's like, this one's got all the cool features. It's got the fire blast. It's got the mask thing. It's got a better jet mode. I didn't bring his flame blast. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to do a review of him. But it's cool because it kind of like, you can put him in the cannon and he's shooting fire like he did in the movie, or you can put him on the jet boosters. He's got his own pyrotechnics. And the sword. So this is a huge shout out to you, Hasbro. You guys went above and beyond for me. It didn't have a sword. I emailed the help desk. They said, give us, the age of the person who's collecting it and all this stuff. And I said, it's an adult collector. I bought it at half price. I said, send the toy back. We'll send you a new one. They sent it back. One with a sword.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Is this supposed to be a shield?
No.
It could be a shield.
This is the best thing about...
I could see that.
It does look like... It does work as
like he
shield.
brings his arm across a little bit.
Well,
and
it
could be a shield to me with a sword. That would be a really cool, long shield.
This is a big deal for us Transformers fans, because the original version 1 Megatron had a fusion cannon. No movie Megatron has had a fusion cannon until this 5th movie. See, now this is where the Voyager version has something on this one. The cannon's smaller. But for me, I like the big, dumpy, over-the-top, impractical giant cannon on this one's arm. I am so happy with it. I don't care that the leader class is smaller. I don't care that they got rid of the voice and sound and light gimmicks. That is a good toy.
I wish the wings actually did something. These look stupid. Are those supposed to actually do anything in robot mode?
No.
No.
It's just kibble. You
have this nice text. You could show that off. But I do like the fact that the back kibble is limited.
He can't sit down, but,
Well,
you pick
if
your
these
battles.
wings did something, he could sit down.
You can kind of Buzz Lightyear it out.
An Optimus Primal jet system.
Because he flew. Yeah.
So I could see, there being jets coming off the back. Well, he even has his jets right there. They're right there.
Yeah, but they're pointing up.
They'll
drive
right
him into the ground.
Literally.
That's one of the things I like about this, though, is that he cannot fly in robot mode.
You like that?
I like mode-specific flight.
Like they have to transform into that to do that.
Like Primal, he can't fly in his gorilla mode. Versus Inferno, the ant from Beast Wars, can't fly, except it is... No, that's the same. But I like that. Mode-specific flight is... I think that's neat because it makes each mode more important. This one's for fighting, that one's for flying.
I'm on the opposite.
You wanted to do both. And there are
I wanted to do a lot more.
You think about Terrorsaur, he can fly in both. Final thoughts on the robot mode.
I will give him 4.5 robots.
He's fun, and he's posable, and he looks really good.
And he's got a lot of detail. This one is just big, dumb, and cool.
This thing has been entirely repainted by me.
Oh, really?
The skin, the green, well, not the yellow. Everything on the chest and legs that aren't black In fact, if you look above his ass, there is a David Kaye, voice actor of Beast Wars Megatron, tramp stamp.
Ah!
I looked at him and I said, I want you to give him a tramp stamp. And he looked at me and he went, what? David Kaye is so cool. And I explained it to him and he's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Because, he's looked that up. But anyway.
What I like about him, this is the Megatron I remember.
We grew up with this guy.
This is what I
right
grew
here.
up with. Like, actually, when he was living here, this is what we watched. Just looking at the face, it's just like, that brings me back those memories.
You know what brings you back those memories and it doesn't not bring those memories back? Because he doesn't have that paint job.
That's horrible.
To be fair, the toy came first.
He's just so cool. He has a T-Rex head for a
hand. He shoots lasers out of it. I cut out the squirt gimmick, put in an LED, painted the LED pink.
The tail for the arm.
They made it work in the show.
It looks stupid on a toy. Holy kibble. Not only is their back kibble, there's no, like, shape to it. The heels, I don't know why. Like, there are some Gundams that have that look, that stiletto-like look. I don't know why I like that. I just like it. It just looks cool. It looks aggressive. It looks like, okay,
Maybe that's why
it
looks good on women.
No, it looks good on women because it makes their asses look great.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest. And
right,
it doesn't help
admittedly,
him.
his ass does not look great.
He doesn't have one! Simple. Very simple. I like him because he's nostalgic. He has a T-Rex head for a head. Horrible back kibble. Horrible leg kibble that becomes rockets. I guess it's functional in some way.
Considering he had 3 gimmicks, he shot 2 missiles from his legs. He had the grippy claw in his left hand and the water squirter in his right hand. It was creative.
I will give him a 3.5 robots.
Is that with the paint job or without?
With the paint job. Without the paint job, that'd be like a 2. Okay, if I were to remove all nostalgia, I think it would be dead in the middle. What would that be?
A half a rock or a half a robot?
I'll give him a half a robot. The T-Rex head is saving him. Good job, Mike. You saved this toy.
This was given to me by my best man, actually.
Best man, can't wait to meet you.
I was just like, I gotta overhaul this boy. I gotta make him screen accurate. That was before the Masterpiece came out, which I'm not buying because I don't have a spare $300 to throw at it. I gotta tell you, trying to do this drunk is not friggin' easy, man. So let's talk about the jet mode. And there's problem number 1. So keeping it in jet mode
is
kind of a pain in the butt.
I don't like the wings.
That's the best part. That was the weak part on the Voyager.
I would have preferred the wings to come back rather than going straight out, like at an angle.
Oh, well, I mean, that's the design from the movie, so that's what they had to work with. Now we're in the era of where the toys are reflecting what's on screen instead of vice versa. You gotta do something with the sword. I've seen
that actually even looks.
It kind of works,
yeah.
Right? I've seen way worse tacked on weapons.
It's kind of thrown on there, but it works. It looks aggressive. It looks mean. They made the legs have purpose because they're jets. They're not just like.
We've had.
You put your hand down.
I think the first movie had a really crappy alternative mode. That jet. This is him pulling off an actual Cybertronian alt mode in Michael Bay's universe that doesn't make you go, what is that? Why wasn't this our first movie, Megatron? I do love this feature, though. This is so cool in robot mode when you do that. And you're just like, and that looks cool. That's a jet that's going to kill everything in front of it.
It's the Jet Star, or the Death Jet.
Yeah, the gimmick, the little button gimmick's a little finicky. Flame effects, badass sword, great transformation, 2 awesome modes, fantastic paint job.
I will give him 4.5 robots.
Yeah, it's never.
Beast mode. This is just cool.
The robot is gone.
It is gone. Like, I mean, you can see
kind of see in
you
the
can see the joints. You can see like.
Suck it up.
But dude, it's a T-Rex, and it's a T-Rex. Once again, your paint job saves this. Hips are weird.
Well, I mean, it's a beast mode. The fact that it has any posability from the beast era of the first 2 years, that's impressive. No ankle, even though he has those legs in both modes. Weird thing. The head. See how it tilts like this? It didn't move at all. I opened it up, there was a piece in there. I took it out. You see there's no damage. There was no customization. I just took a piece out, and now it is posable. So they spent money on plastic to limit posability that was already there and didn't need anything to make it posable. I don't know, man. I don't know.
My head hurts from that. I will give him a 3 robots.
Where this figure lacks in some of its, design, posability, kibble, makes up for it just like the funitude. It feels good. Do we have any final thoughts?
Huge leap in technology, obviously. I'd take the T-Rex over the Jet.
Really?
That's just because I like a T-Rex more than a Jet. Robot mode, I like the new one better.
That makes perfect sense. Last Night Megatron is definitely a better toy. But for me, it's always going to be Beast Megs.
Well, that's nostalgic for me as well, just because that's what I grew up with.
I like T-Rexes better than Jets, too, so you...
Well, because you don't get to see T-Rexes every day.
That's
you
true.
get to see Jets every day.
Well, that has been Coach Detman
And Phallus Dragon.
on our, I guess, 4-way toy review and 7 or 8-way alcohol review.
I
Guys.
like big toys.
Guys,
It's been fun.
it has been.
This is week 2 of
Rocks and Robots. Or
Robots
Robot on the Rocks.
We will be
Hopefully back next week with
next
a new
week,
review.
either Saturday or Friday. We'll tell you. Look us up on Twitter.
Phallus Dragon on Instagram, Coach Detman on Twitter or Instagram.
It's COACHDETTMAN.
PHELES Dragon.
Yeah, that's weird.
PHELES Dragon.
Yeah,
It's a rough one.
it is rough.
PH.
But Detman's rough too. Let's be
EL.
honest.
No, Detman's easy.
Yeah,
Just
but you
gotta
think-
remember the 2 T's.
You say
and then
Detman, what do you think?
DETT man.
Yeah, that's true.
Think Fett, like Boba Fett man, but with a D.
Wait,
Boba Fett.
I thought Boba Fett was spelled with an F.
It is spelled with an F, but with a D. So Detman.
Oh,
It's your name,
I thought
man.
you were going with your fellas. Yeah, follow us on Instagram. I also have an Instagram. He has an Instagram. If you want the updates on everything, as far as like when we're going to be doing this again, Coach Detman, I'll be posting that on Twitter. The Oxymorons.
And I'm gonna drop my hashtag Battle Trap.
Battle Trap. Oh
Battle
my god,
Trap
dude, you
ED.
gotta follow some of these. These are actually really funny, especially if you're a Transformers fan, because there's some jokes I don't get. Thanks for joining us, you guys. Appreciate it.
That's
We'll
it.
talk to y'all
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Bye.